Melissa always felt different. Even as a child, she possessed an uncanny knack for knowing things. A feeling, a whisper in the wind, a flash of insight. Her intuition was never wrong. Now, amidst the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets of Lagos, her gift bloomed. It manifested in vivid dreams, in uncanny premonitions, in a deep connection to the unseen world. Melissa, however, led a double life. By day, she was a rising star in a prestigious marketing firm, her sharp mind and strategic thinking earning her accolades. By night, she grappled with the burgeoning power that surged within her. It both fascinated and frightened her, this ability to perceive beyond the veil of the ordinary. How could she reconcile these two disparate worlds? How could she embrace her spiritual calling while navigating the cutthroat world of corporate ambition? The questions lingered, a constant hum beneath the surface of her carefully constructed reality. Melissa excelled in her career. Her colleagues admired her sharp intellect, and her ability to anticipate market trends seemed almost supernatural. Little did they know, intuition played as much a part in her success as did her MBA. Yet, with each promotion, with each successful campaign, the whispers of her gift grew stronger. Her dreams became more vivid, filled with symbolic imagery and cryptic messages. She found herself drawn to books on ancient African spirituality, her soul resonating with their wisdom. Her colleagues joked about her sixth sense, but Melissa felt a growing unease. The line between her two worlds blurred, the spirit realm, once distant, now pressed in, demanding her attention. She knew she couldn't ignore it forever. A storm was brewing, a clash of destinies, and she, Melissa, was right at its heart. The more her gift grew, the more sensitive Melissa became to the energies around her. The corporate world, she realized, was a feeding ground for envy, ambition, and jealousy. She felt the negative energy like a physical weight on her shoulders, a suffocating presence in the boardroom. There were whispers in the corridors, hushed conversations that ceased when she walked by. She noticed the sidelong glances, the envy-tinged smiles. Some colleagues sought her out, hoping to exploit her intuition for their own gain. Melissa found herself retreating further into herself, seeking solace in ancient rituals and meditations passed down through generations in her family. She knew she needed guidance, a mentor to help her navigate this treacherous new terrain. But who could she trust in a world where ambition often trumped integrity? Melissa's family history was a tapestry woven with threads of both love and tragedy. Her mother, a woman known for her kind heart and wise counsel, had passed away when Melissa was just a teenager. The loss had been devastating, leaving a void in Melissa's life that echoed through the years. Her father, once a pillar of strength, had become a shadow of his former self after remarrying. His new wife, a woman of striking beauty but cold ambition, had cast a spell over him, binding him to her will with dark magic. Melissa saw through the stepmother's facade, sensed the malevolent energy that clung to her like a shroud. Under the stepmother's influence, her father had grown distant, his memory clouded, his love for his children seemingly extinguished. He had forgotten the warmth of his own blood, lost in the web of his new wife's deceit. Section 5. The Black Sheep. Within her family, Melissa was considered different, the black sheep. Her siblings, practical and grounded, saw her spiritual leanings as eccentric at best, foolish at worst. They couldn't understand her aversion to their stepmother, her warnings about the woman's true nature falling on deaf ears. Melissa yearned for their understanding, for the comfort of family, but the chasm between them seemed to widen with each passing day. Despite the lack of support, she clung to her quest for peace, seeking solace in the ancient traditions passed down from her ancestors. She knew her gift was not a curse, but a blessing, a way to connect with a power far greater than herself. She would honor her mother's memory by embracing her true calling, even if it meant walking a solitary path. At work, a particularly ambitious colleague, Gladys, saw Melissa's gift as a threat. Gladys coveted Melissa's position, her success, and the admiration she received. Consumed by envy, Gladys began to spread rumors, painting Melissa as unstable, even dangerous. Gladys manipulated situations, twisting Melissa's words and exploiting her sensitivity to create conflict. She even sought out a powerful witch doctor, hoping to turn Melissa's gift against her, to strip her of her power and leave her vulnerable. Melissa felt the shift in energy, the malice directed at her. Yet she refused to be drawn into the negativity. She would not allow envy and greed to poison her spirit. She would rise above the pettiness, her strength rooted in her growing connection to her ancestors and her unwavering faith in her own path. As Gladys's campaign of envy and manipulation escalated, Melissa found herself caught in a whirlwind of spiritual warfare. She was bombarded with negative energy, her dreams invaded by disturbing visions. Her physical health began to suffer, the stress manifesting in debilitating headaches and insomnia. Yet, Melissa refused to be broken. She sought guidance from a wise old healer, Mama Ada, who lived in a remote village, her wisdom passed down through generations. Mama Ada taught Melissa how to shield herself from psychic attacks, to strengthen her spiritual core, and to wield the power within her with grace and responsibility. "Your gift is a blessing, child," Mama Ada said, her voice a soothing balm on Melissa's troubled soul. "But it is also a responsibility. You must learn to control it, to use it for good, to protect yourself from those who seek to exploit it." Under Mama Ada's tutelage, Melissa underwent a profound transformation. She learned to meditate, to channel her energy, to discern truth from falsehood. She embraced her heritage, studying the ancient rituals and ceremonies passed down through her maternal lineage. She learned to call upon her ancestors for guidance, to draw strength from their wisdom and love. She realized that her gift was not just about seeing the future or sensing energy, it was about healing, about guiding others towards their own light. Her fear dissipated, replaced by a quiet confidence, an inner knowing that she was walking the path meant for her. She no longer sought the approval of those who misunderstood her. She embraced her truth, her power, her destiny. Melissa's transformation did not go unnoticed. Her colleagues, even Gladys, felt the shift in her energy. Her aura radiated peace and strength. Her words carried a new weight. Her presence commanded respect. When Gladys's attempts to sabotage Melissa backfired, exposing her own treachery, it was Melissa who showed compassion. She did not gloat in Gladys's downfall, but instead offered her forgiveness and understanding. Melissa knew that Gladys, consumed by her own insecurity, was more to be pitied than scorned. In that moment of grace, Melissa truly stepped into her power, not as a victim, but as a beacon of light and forgiveness. Melissa's journey taught her the importance of self-discovery, the power of embracing one's true nature, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. She learned that true power lay not in manipulating others, but in mastering oneself, in walking one's own path with courage, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the unseen forces that guide us all.